This video is brought to you by Ridge.
Good morning, everybody. It is, I think it's a Sunday. Let's check the official date here. It shows October 17th, 4:24 a.m., mind you. I am going to New York City for the first time. I'm super excited, also super tired, but we're going to be using the iPhone 13 Pro Max the entire day here. I'm going to be monitoring the battery life, as you can see here, and also shooting this entire video with the 13 Pro. So I probably monitor both, but mostly this guy right here. It really is a powerhouse of a phone in terms of cameras and battery life and all that. So yeah, I'm gonna take you through my crazy day here as my one of my best friends drags me through New York. Hopefully I survive. Breakfast part one with a HDMI cable and other crap chilling there. We got some almond yogurt. This stuff slaps. You know, it's always in the morning when you're eating, and like sometimes, you know, even if the food is good, you're just kind of like, what? And as I down my strawberry yogurt, I am checking analytics when my phone is at what percent here? 100%, to no one's surprise. The battery in here is crazy, but we'll see, because it's gonna be a long day. Oh, sick, guys, check this out. I burnt the shit out of my bagels. I'm so excited about that.
Oh, I'm also last minute downloading a bunch of songs on Spotify. I don't know if that's the best thing to do right now, especially on battery power, but we'll see.
Well, I am officially on my way to New York. Not on the plane yet, but I'm being driven by a friend because I called him this morning and I said, you know, I think you're better at driving when you're tired. And what did you tell me?
I'm better at driving, period.
Oh, good. So here we are.
It is a pleasure having you with us this morning. My desk work complete. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do have that laptop computer turned on in the cabin, please turn it on, put it away for pushback takeoff.
So around 9 a.m. I got my first glimpse of the city. Here's the Statue of Liberty in this clip, and a gorgeous 3x photo of the beautiful skyline, just unreal. Then we're on the subway. That was an interesting experience, to say the least. And at 9:44 a.m. I am at 84%, still going strong. In this clip, we're on our way to Times Square, which is the best place to go if you first go to New York, because it feels like you're on another planet when you arrive. And in my case, coming from Michigan suburbia, that's exactly the case here. Just taking videos and clips of just so many colors. It really takes advantage of the iPhone 13 Pro Max's camera, which captures so much detail, color, and contrast, and dynamic range. Here we are at Krispy Kreme getting a classic donut. I got a clip of the donuts going through the conveyor, a 3x video for that matter. And here I am at the Rockefeller Center, taking a picture of the gold statue and of this really, really cool old building. Again, we can see the 13 Pro Max's camera really flexing its muscles, and around 11:05, I'm at 72%. Next up, we made our way to Radio City Music Hall to take some pictures. This is the place where the Grammys and the Emmys are hosted, to say the least. Here's a great 3x picture. And then we got some lunch at Halal Guys, a great, delicious value. And then we ate it in Central Park, a really beautiful place that contrasts the concrete jungle. There's an ultra-wide picture of me, and here is this delicious food. Again, get this if you come to New York. It's cheap and delicious. Then I FaceTime my boyfriend to tell him about my day. And then we made our way to the Fifth Avenue Apple Store, a place I, of course, had to go. I also managed to take some pretty baller pictures. After taking some pictures, we then went into the Fifth Avenue Apple Store, and as you can see, I'm wearing a Ridge Wallet backpack, and I'm also using Ridge Wallet accessories on this trip. They're super sleek, very clean, and they just kept me organized in the midst of all the craziness happening in New York City. I'll leave a link in the video description if you're interested in any of these products. So we headed into the Apple Store, which is even more beautiful on the inside. And yes, my mind was blown as I walked through this S-Class Apple Store coming from B-Class Michigan stores. Not that they're bad or anything. This store is just spectacular. Definitely recommend going if you go to New York. And then I decided to take a look at the pictures that I took of the glass cube exterior, admiring the handiwork of the 13 Pro Max with all the sharpness and contrast and dynamic range you get out of the camera. And at 12:30, I was at 60%, 8 hours after I woke up. Here I am in Bryant Park getting some cold brew, and I just love the scenery, the trees, and of course, the cityscape in the background. Then we made our way to Grand Central Station, where I initially took some great telephoto pictures of the chandeliers there, and then we went to the main area, like that scene from Madagascar, if you know what I'm talking about, where I took an ultra-wide picture, really nice quality as well. Then we made our way to the East Balcony Apple Store, 2 Apple stores in one day, of course fitting for this channel, a very beautiful historic location. And I decided to ask this store if they had a specific product in stock that wasn't available in Michigan, and sure enough, they had it, a 41mm Apple Watch Series 7 in stainless steel, and at 47%, I was able to pair it to my phone and also take this really beautiful video. Look at the background blur here, just crazy. I love the 4K video quality here with the iPhone 13 Pro Max. And then we got back on the subway to record more video, and surprisingly, this is a very tame thing I witnessed on the subway. If you're native to New York, you probably know what I'm talking about, but nonetheless, a cool experience. This clip was shot at about 3 p.m., which was 11 hours into my day, and to my surprise, I was at 45%, which is just nuts. We got out of the subway in the financial district where I got to see the World Trade Center properly for the first time, and it's just such a beautiful building. Words don't even describe it. Then we checked into the hotel room to get rid of our backpacks. I'm at 33% around 4:13, and I decided to scroll through some Instagram and relax for a minute.
It is 4:15 and it feels like it's 8 o'clock. I guess that's what happens. Wait, I can't talk. I guess that is what happens when you're up since 4. The day just feels a lot later than it actually is. But New York is beautiful. I got to see the World Trade Center. It's just like an emotional experience, maybe because I'm American, I don't know. But loving the 41mm watch, and my iPhone is at 33%. With a lot of recording, a lot of photos, a lot of FaceTime, a lot of stuff. So I might end up killing it because I've been awake for so long and I've been doing so many things with this phone. But yeah, this room is really nice. I'm sharing it with a friend. We're in the financial district, and it's a blast, even though I'm like passing out.
For the record, I've done a couple stressful things in my life, but city biking in New York, I think, is in the top 5. I am having a wonderful time trying not to die.
All right, let's re-up.
All right. So after nearly dying on a city bike in the financial district, I got to get some more pictures of the World Trade Center showing off the amazing color quality and dynamic range you get with the 13 Pro Max. Then we got some snacks and food and stuff because I felt like I was going to hit the pavement. The bike ride took all the energy out of me. I was at 1%, while at 6 p.m., my iPhone 13 Pro Max was at 20%.
Hello, friends. It is now about 6:15 in New York City. I'm back in the hotel room with my friend, and I am thoroughly exhausted. I got to see the World Trade Center up close, which was super cool, and my phone is at 19%. And I'm sure I could probably last until maybe 7, 8 o'clock with the kind of usage I've been doing. But yeah, like my phone, I am also physically or just energy drained. So I think I'm gonna plug in. I'm gonna take a little bit of a nap, and I'm gonna plug in my phone just so that I get through the night more comfortably. Even though this is not a very typical day at all for me, yeah, this phone has really kept up, and if I had a mini, it really would not have performed. My 13 Pro, which I'm using to record, is doing really well, albeit it's in an airplane mode and it's just video recording, but it's doing surprisingly well considering how hard it's been working. So yeah, to say the least, the 13 Pro series phones are just phenomenal when it comes to battery life. The Pro Max, of course, even more so because it's physically bigger and has a bigger battery.
Well, I have recharged, and we are in Midtown.
What?
Where are we?
We're in West Village.
We're in West Village. I know where I'm at. And we're right by the George Washington Arch, or whatever this is called, right? And it's lit, and we're gonna do some late night, low light photography. But we're having a good time. We're in the land of our people, is that right?
For sure.
We're in West Village, Queens. But yeah, I'm gonna take some pictures of this arch and other stuff in low light. And thus, the night and low light photography and videography extravaganza began with the iPhone 13 Pros that we had on hand. Here's 1 and 3x photos of the arch. I love the telephoto photo, by the way, very detailed. Here's some night video with some lens flare, and then here's some really nice low light photos, long exposure photos that we got of a corner of a building in Anderson Cooper's Fire Patrol house, which he sometimes lives in. Here's a video of a slice of pizza I got from Joe's, very good New York food, by the way. And here's more of Midtown at night, and here's some Midtown photos for you, some gay stuff, yay! And then we went into a gay bar. I forgot the name of it. It's called Stonewall. That's right. And here I am playing some pool. I sucked, by the way. And here is some pictures inside Stonewall with the horrific music playing in the background. And then we got back onto the subway. Here is me using the Omni system with my Apple Watch. And then we got back on, of course. At that time, I was at 56%. I had plugged in my phone once again to get some extra juice to endure some low light photography and videography. And here is me using my phone on the subway. Yeah, the subway, again, was a really interesting experience, to say the least. Thankfully, no one was harassing us at this point. I was reading the news about the MacBooks that were not out yet at that time, and here we are going into the Oculus, the really cool mall next to the World Trade Center here, where I got some more pictures, which you'll see in a second here with the water bottle sticking out of my back pocket. That's great. So here are some more pictures that I got, and the one in the center, super cool. The World Trade Center at night is super, super dope. And that about wraps up my first day ever in New York City. Big thanks to my buddy Mason, who is off camera. Without him, I would not have survived an hour here. I wouldn't have known where to go or what to do. But yeah, I had a great day. Very tiring. I mean, I've been up since 4 in the morning. It is now 11:46. And even though I did end up charging my phone, I'm pretty sure it could have lasted through the day if I adjusted my usage. But the fact that it did, especially with all the pictures I was taking, the 4K video and all that, just crazy battery life here. So the 13 Pro Max is definitely the powerhouse you might want if you need to last a whole day in New York, although this day was really not practical or ordinary. We kind of crammed a whole itinerary into a very short amount of time, but it was fun. I was glad to take you along the ride, and yeah, I'm gonna wrap things up. I'm gonna pass out here, and we're gonna have another day here and then fly back. And I also have to watch the Apple event. I'm sure I'll have coverage out before I post this video, so I don't know what's gonna happen yet. Fun times, we're living in the past here. But anyway, other than that, I'm Noah, and I will catch you all in the next one.